What was in that Iran deal? More than a dozen Republican senators are now demanding information on the Obama administration's prisoner exchange with Iran. In a letter to the Trump administration, they write in part, "We are concerned that President Obama and certain previous administration officials intentionally suppressed the seriousness of the charges against these individuals in order to garner public support for the nuclear deal with Iran. And we fear that these individuals may still pose a threat to the national security of the United States," end quote. These 4 Americans were released in January 16 as part of that exchange, just as the U.S. airlifted $400 million in cold, hard cash to Tehran. Remember the planes with cash? Meanwhile, the House Oversight Committee says it is investigating whether the Obama administration jeopardized national security while trying to win support for the Iran nuke deal and the prisoner swap. You are nodding. What's going on in your head, Judge?
What's going on in my head is that there's a person on the couch who may have some firsthand knowledge of this, but if I were her lawyer, I would say you have a right. They're going to kill me.
I can't ask her a
You
question
have a right
now.
to remain silent. You might be called to
You're a journalist. You ask her whatever you want.
Silent.
Good.
So let's set aside the nuclear deal. That was finished in July of 2015. The prisoner swap wasn't for 7 more months, so those weren't linked. The nuclear deal was done months before the prisoner swap happened. Here's what I would say about that Politico story. There were a lot of sort of anonymous sources and accusations. I was there at the time. I was part of this. I helped tell the public what we had done. The administration's entire national security team, including FBI and DOJ, agreed that this deal was the best, this swap was the best way to get those Americans home with their families, which had been our goal for years since they had been taken. They were not getting treated well in an Iranian prison. We wanted them home. And, you know, I'm happy for them to look into the names of the Iranians. A lot of them were dual citizens, but who were either charges were dropped because not all of them had actually been convicted yet. About half hadn't been. Or the ones where they were pardoned.
The people that we sent back.
Most of them actually didn't go back.
Well,
they didn't
the people
have
that
to.
we released, can they still harm us? Because that's the fear.
That's the fear, and I understand that fear. Our national security team's judgment. I'm not.
Can they harm us?
Our national security team's judgment, who looked at this, was that they were not a significant threat, that it was more important to get these 4 home.
Can I ask you a very quick question?
Yeah.
What do you think was a worse swap? This Iranian prisoner for American citizen swap or the Bo Bergdahl deal?
I was about to bring that up.
Well, they're very, very different because
Which is worse?
I think that the Iran prisoner swap, of which I was a part of that team.
So that makes it all right?
Well, no, it's what I know better, obviously, Kennedy, was a deal that was good for us because we got these Americans home and we made a judgment that some of these guys hadn't even been convicted and the Justice Department wasn't sure they could be. And the Iranians had originally come in with a huge list of people, some really nasty guys, and we managed to negotiate down where we thought getting these 4 Americans who were languishing in American prison. That's how diplomacy
I met
works.
With Jason Rezaian.
Jason's
he was
amazing.
At the White House Correspondents' Dinner last
He's
year.
amazing.
That's one of the Americans freed.
Yes.
The efficacy of getting them home was what we were focused on, right? I mean, I get that. I want to, though, go back to what you originally said, and that was the timing. These things weren't linked.
Yeah.
How is that even plausible? How is it possible when there were side deals made to the original Iran deal, which the American public and some members of Congress have said they don't even know about?
Right.
How is it possible that we are supposed to just suspend all disbelief and think, oh, timing is just coincidental?
So
I don't believe in coincidences. How is it possible 7 months later? Was that an aside deal?
No. So the prisoner negotiations were actually done in large part by a totally different team than the nuclear experts who were talking about centrifuges. I mean, I was there for it. I have witnessed all of this. The nuke deal was done in July of 2015. It was inked, and people started implementing it. The prisoner discussions had been going on since they were taken for months and months and months. You may disagree, people may disagree with the concept of prisoner swaps.
Let me interject. It's not about disagreeing.
But that's
about But I'm sorry, but Susan Rice called Bo Bergdahl saying he served with, quote, honor and distinction. That ended up being a complete and total lie.
But we're not talking about Bo Bergdahl.
But it's similar, as
we're talking about
it's
judgment,
prisoner
though.
exchanges. There is a feeling from the American public, and many experts agree, the Obama administration, from lying about the rise of ISIS and the seriousness to people like Bo Bergdahl, intentionally played down the seriousness of trades like this for political expediency. So you can sit around the couch and say, we did this X, Y, and Z, there's no relationship, whatever. People like me support Trump because I don't believe he would have traded people for someone like Bo Bergdahl, and obviously I support that.
And they'd be sitting in Iranian prison today.
But they're. I can't. It's just.
Well, they would be.
absurd. Yeah, President Obama made this country completely less safe. And all right, I'm getting played out.
What does that mean?
Go, Harris.
I got an EP in my ear.
Okay. A joyous victory lap in the Rose Garden after the House passed